want to say hi to YouTube, week 19. You have so many fans on YouTube. So many fans, week 19. All right. Girls, you look like statues. Are you even moving? Shola's moving a bit. Kiki and Coco. Girls are so funny. You look like statue sheeps. All right.
Hi everybody, welcome to week 19 of my 2026 contest prep. We are in it, everybody. So, quick update on everything that's been going on with me. I was super sick. After the last video, I was down for the count for 5 days, a really bad cold. Could have gotten it from anywhere. Wouldn't be surprised if it had something to do with my toddler niece, which, love you so much, toddler niece, but I went into that trip knowing pretty possible I would get sick, and I did. But that's okay. So I am recovered. I am back at it. I am on my new plan with my new coach, and I have something funny to report in that he didn't really change anything. He said that everything I was doing was on point and I've been executing really well. And so he did just make a couple of changes. I thought you guys would like to know that he increased my food actually by 100 calories. Because since we did extend my timeline out, I'm not competing now until beginning of July, I don't need to be as in a strong of a deficit right now. So he increased my food a little bit and we put a definitive amount on my cardio. So what I was doing before was I was doing 15-ish minutes a few times a week. Now I've increased it to 20 minutes 4 times a week. So that is what I'm doing with that. And he considers cardio the same as me, which is any activity where my heart rate is above 130 beats per minute. So we have the same ideology on cardio, which is really cool because every coach has a different opinion on what cardio is. So eating a bit more and doing a little bit more cardio, and my training is very similar. So I had my blood work done today. Should I show you guys? Had my blood work done today. He wanted me to get fresh blood work done. So there's my little sticker. And got fresh blood work done so we could see where all my levels are at, hormones too, and go from there. I'm currently not on any HRT at this time. I've just been doing the thing and I feel overall pretty good, but let's see what I'm working with. I am going to have to be getting extremely lean this summer, so my levels will change. So we wanted a good starting point of where I'm at now, and we'll probably redo my blood work in a few, probably like 2 months after I'm down another 5 pounds. And so I have my calendar out. I've planned all my little workouts for the next few days. I'm gonna be checking in with him on Wednesdays, so I had to redo my schedule a little bit. And then a new metric that he wants me to keep, which I wasn't keeping before, so I find this interesting. He wants me to keep track of my heart rate when I wake up every morning. So I think the reason for that is because as I get leaner and my body will really get stressed, we have to pay attention to that to make sure I'm staying as healthy as possible. So that's something new he's doing. I already started my little chart for the next week. And I just want to say that as a PSA to anybody watching this that's not a competitive bodybuilder, you do not need to worry about these things in this detail. If you're just a lifestyle lifter, working on your body composition, trying to be stronger and healthy, please understand that every vlog I do for the next few months as I'm in competitive bodybuilding contest prep, this is not a health-focused sport at this point. Moving forward, I'm getting as close to single-digit body fat as I can. It is not healthy, and this sort of level to detail is for my sport. It's to present a very unique look on stage. So just letting you know that this is not a normal fat loss situation. This is not a normal muscle building situation. This is a very specific thing that is for me, Belinda, to be on stage. I do not share my macros for the most part. I do not share all too much because I don't want people copying me. I just wanted to give you a little bit of update. Thought you'd be curious of a couple little things he's doing a bit differently than I was doing before. But really good sign that I was doing everything correctly, or he liked it, and we're on the same page and we're aligned so far, which is a really good sign for a coach and athlete relationship. A few little things in the kitchen I want to show you. Eating one of my brownie bites. I love these, and I'm getting ready to do another round of my vegan egg white frittata bites. Have my seitan bacon cut up here, and I'll be making those soon. And so I'm feeling good overall. Still, you could maybe hear I'm still a little bit congested, but I'm getting better. I'm back in the gym tomorrow, and I'm really excited to just dial in and lock in for the next 4 months. I'm 15 and a half weeks out today from my show, if all goes according to plan. And been at this a minute, everybody, but this is what it takes to become a professional if this is my summer to do so. So I'll catch you on here for the next part of the vlog. Bye.
Good morning, everybody. It's 5:45 in the morning, and I am walking to the gym. I watch tracking my steps because I have to track my steps, and I'm measuring this as an outdoor walk. I click the workout setting. So I am so excited to train today. I'm heading to the gym. This is my first time training in a week. Oh my gosh. So between my deload weekend I had with my family a week and a half ago, and then I got sick, I haven't trained in an entire week. So that's kind of crazy, but that just is how it is sometimes, right? So I wanted to talk quickly about the most common times that people fall off their fitness plan. After a vacation, after they get sick. So I think it's really important that you schedule your first session back. Put it on your calendar, write it in as an appointment you can't miss, just like a doctor's appointment or dinner out with a friend. Schedule it. So I actually intended to go back to the gym yesterday, but I had to do blood work and I couldn't fit it into my schedule, because lately what's been working best for me is I have switched my training to the mornings. I used to be an after work trainer for honestly most of my lifting career. I've trained after work, but I have switched it this year to, or I'd say it's in the past 3 or 4 months. So this year, the past 3 or 4 months, I have switched to training in the morning. This has been working better for me because I really am working. One of my things I'm working on is really keeping my stress as low as possible. So what I do now is, once my full-time corporate job is done, so around 4:30 Central Time, I really start to wind down, and I don't do much the rest of the night until I go to bed at 7. So most important, after you are sick or vacation, schedule it back on your calendar. So this is scheduled. Like I said, I was supposed to go yesterday, but I didn't. So I'm doing it today. So it's just important to prioritize that time to go back to what you're supposed to be doing, because so often people use it as an excuse to take forever to get back to it. Nobody is perfect in your fitness journey. You're not going to be perfect 365 days a year, right? Life happens, things happen. But I like to describe a fitness journey like driving on a highway. So you're on the highway, you're coasting. Sometimes you have to pull over. As long as you get back on the highway and keep going, that's all that matters. So excited to get back to the gym today. The first day training after a deload, after sick, after vacation, after some time off, it's always very clunky and heavy. Feels like you've never lifted a weight in your life. So I'm not expecting the best session of my life today, but at least I'm getting back to it, and that's all that really matters. I'm not going to be going for PRs today or trying to lift the heaviest I've ever lifted. I'm just going to get back into it. I have my new training program that I'm starting today that my new coach laid out for me. But to be honest with you, it is 95% exactly like what I was doing before, because I did send him my training program that I was using so he could see what I've been up to. And he said I've been executing and doing everything correctly and perfectly. Not perfect, but really good. A+. So just going to get back into it. Those are some tips for you on how to stay back on track after some time off.
Should I show my hype girls getting back from the gym? Okay, let's see. They're probably ready for me. Here we go. Hi, girls. Who's here? Who's here? My hype girls. My hype girls. Hi, hype girls. Hi, Shozy. Kiki. Coco, hi. Hi, my hype girls. Hi. It's so good to see you after the gym. It's so good to see you. Hi. Hi. You girls have the best hype girl energy. Hi. Coco. Coco. Oh my gosh. Coco. Coco. Coco, we had a good gym session. We had a good gym session. Hi. 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 I thought you guys would like to see how I, Belinda, personally log my lifting progress and where I put my program. So everybody's got a different system. When I first started training 10 years ago, I used the standard notebook, pen and paper, and I wrote everything down. And that's actually how I did most of my training log for, I would say, until maybe 2022 or 2023. I can't remember if any clients watch, my former clients watch this, they can let me know when I switched over. But I think when I started coaching, I had everybody use pen and paper because that's what I did. And I felt like you could connect better with your lifting and your progress when you write things down. Old school mentality. And I still actually quite believe in that, to be honest with you. But regardless, I'm a more advanced lifter now. And my clients begged me to use an app to track lifting. So I switched over and I switched into Trainerize. Now, Trainerize is more so a program for coaches. A coach can make the client's training program. So that's how I would do it for my clients. And it's still how I do it for myself. So I enter my training program into Trainerize. And then I have it on my Trainerize app on my phone. And I log my lifts using my app. But I want to show you. So I made my new program the other day. Well, my new coach made the program, but to be honest with you, it's 90% exactly, even 95% exactly like my old program. So I put in here, I have 3 lower body days, of one glute day, a second glute day, they're slightly different, a hamstring day, which also still incorporates glutes. I have one upper body day, just highlighting the upper part of my lats and my delts. And this is just a pump because I'm not really supposed to grow or build anything right now. So that's where I'm at right now with this. And we might pull this out because I might be too developed for my category, which is fit model. And I'm training my core 3 times a week, just one exercise. Let me show you. I'm going to pick one of these exercises and just do that to failure 3 sets 3 times a week. Just one So 3 exercises, do different ones, but 3 times a week, 2 failures. So 9 sets total of core in the full week. And the reason I'm not training my core so much right now is because the more you train your core, the thicker your waist gets because you're building and developing and maturing that muscle just like everything else. And in bodybuilding, you will actually notate, if you follow a lot of bodybuilders, we don't really train our core that much because a big part of bodybuilding and that really cool look on stage is that very tiny waist. My waist gets so tiny when I compete. And a big reason for that is because I'm not lifting heavy on my core all the time. That's why when you look at a CrossFit competitor female and a bikini competitor female like me, we have very different looking midsections. Mine is a lot smaller than a typical CrossFit athlete because I purposely keep my core super tiny and tight. So I plug everything in here. He also gave me some mobility work to do. And I did these on my own anyway, but I put in exactly what he prescribed to me. That way I can make sure I'm doing it the way he wants. So this is the mobility work I'm going to be doing. And I did it today. It only took me about 10 minutes. So I normally, when I have time, I do stretch in the gym and it only takes me 5 or 10 minutes, but he really wants me to prioritize this. So I will. and I have an upper body mobility too. Really, it's sort of just a lot of external and internal rotation of shoulders just for shoulder health. And so if you want to follow my exact training program, on my Instagram, I have a broadcast channel called Belinda's Training Log, and I screenshot my workouts and put them in there basically every single time I train. So if you want to see exactly what I'm doing all the time, you can do that. Vegan Body by Belinda on Instagram, my broadcast channel, Belinda's Training Log. Anyway, so I thought you'd like to see. And then it's really cool. So let's say I'm putting in my program here for the glute A. I can search any exercise I want and I can just add it right in. And these include videos. So this is how I would program clients. I still do write some training programs for people, by the way. So if anybody's ever interested, just like shoot me a DM. I still do write some programs. But anyways, so this is how I do it. And I plug everything in and everything's on my app, and I can watch videos if needed, and I can make my little notes to myself. Something I can point out for my new training block, I will be doing less load than I was previously doing. I was doing more the past few months, 3 to 5 sets per exercise. I have switched now to just 3 working sets. I maybe will do a little warm-up set here and there if I need it, but I'm not really going to worry about it too much because I'm in a calorie deficit and I'm not building muscle right now, guys. I am in contest prep. This is a fat loss phase. So what the purpose of the training is to retain the muscle. It's not to grow the muscle. It's to retain it and refine the lines and the shape and the density. So that's what I'm doing now. And I'm taking every single exercise to failure for the most part. Rep range is 8 to 12 in the sense that I should be lifting heavy enough that by 12 it feels like failure. And my tempo is 3-1-0-1, which means slow on the way down and up. That's what that means. And so I thought you guys would like to see it, something a little different to show you. All right, back to the rest of the vlog. I wanted to show you guys that I've been working on a new high protein blueberry muffin recipe. And so the macros on this version are 12 grams of protein, 10 carbs, 2 grams of fat. So this one I just toasted so you could see. They came out good, but they're a bit they taste too much like protein powder. Here's the inside of them. So I'm gonna tweak the recipe a little bit, and when I get it to be the consistency I like, I will share it. But these have been kind of cool. I've been using these pre and post workout. The batch made 12, but the recipe isn't quite ready to share, but pretty cool. Hey, Chicago girls. Chicago springtime girls. We enjoying our walk? All of the boats are out today. Spring is finally back. Feels good. All of the tour boats are back. I actually had a Instagram follower DM me over the summer last year, and she said I was visiting Chicago and I was on the tour boat and I think I saw you walking your dogs. Were you walking along the river with the 3 Shiba Inus? I said, that's me. I'm probably the only person in the Chicago area with 3 Shiba Inus that walks them all at once. So here we are. Oh, look how cute my little girls are. Hey, girls. Say hi to the YouTube. Say hi. So a new thing I want to start doing on each video is telling you 3 things I'm grateful for. So week 19, what am I grateful for? I am grateful for this beautiful weather that's starting to come out. Wow, it feels good to have a bit of sunshine and warmth. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my best friend at work, James. I love him and he makes me laugh and smile every day. And I'm so grateful for him. The next thing I'm grateful for is the fact that my foot has healed really well and I'm feeling great and I'm excited for the summer. So those are the 3 things I'm grateful for this video. Hi everybody, week 19 of my 2026 contest prep is off to not such a great start. I've been sick all weekend with a very bad cold, so that's why contest prep takes so long, because unexpected curveballs do happen. So this weekend I've just been laying on the couch in my electric heated blanket, and hopefully I'll be feeling better this week and I can get started on my new plan. See you soon. Since I am 16 weeks out from my show and I'm sick and I'm waiting for my new protocol, I figured I could squeeze in a cheat day. This is probably going to be it for the next 16 weeks. So this is the spicy miso ramen from Alice and Friends Vegan in Chicago, and I added in some TVP there. So I'm sick, I'm going to have some ramen, and I'll be back on plan in a few days, I'm sure. This was on special. This is a Biscoff tiramisu. Oh, I'm excited to eat this. So for my final night of sickness food, I've got pasta with Impossible Light Bolognese and Follow Your Heart Parm. This is the lemon raspberry, this is the lemon strawberry flavor. Looks so good. Hi. Yes. Be safe, it's dark out.